A summer of softball continues.
You can smile, it's okay, we are too.
Playing for each other.
What a slide getting under the tag.
Playing for their hometown.
Catch made on the run. Defense on display. Wow.
Every game, a chance to advance.
Smoke softball up the middle.
Wins it on a walk-off in the ninth.
An experience they'll never forget.
To left field, and it's gone.
Swing and a miss to end this one.
Welcome to the Little League Softball Regionals.
There's nothing better. This summer forever.
Welcome to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. We're at Houghton Stadium in San Bernardino, California. West Region semifinal action. Live Oak Little League from Northern California taking on Summerlin South Little League from Las Vegas, Nevada. 6 teams represented in the West Region. As we take a look at the U.S. map and zoom in to the West. Great softball being played in this region. And down to 3 now, 2 from California, 1 from Nevada. Let's take a look at our West Region semifinal bracket. The winner of this one will move on to the championship game on ESPN. Southern California awaiting the loser of this game on ESPN2. Hi, everybody. I'm Trey Bender alongside softball great Danielle Laurie. Glad you're with us. A couple 2-0 teams here, and they have played very well. This is a highly anticipated matchup.
Well, and 2 different roads to get where they're at. You look at Northern California and the come-from-behind win and the big 2-1 victory over Hawaii. And then on the flip side, you look at the fact that they were able to have that big run rule victory. I think it's so important to be able to score runs, and you saw Nevada do that. So look for both these 2 teams to really get after it.
Well, this Nevada team can put some crooked numbers on the board. Very impressive in the victory against Utah, and they run ruled them with the big bats.
Well, and this is huge, right? You look at that clip, 311 batting average with the 20 runs and the 14 hits. Like, these are all the little things you need to be able to carry over into game 3, knowing that if you're able to get the big win today, that punches your ticket to the championship on Thursday and gets you a day of rest.
Moana Quinn, one of the big hitters. Meanwhile, Northern California, they trailed 2-1 late. They rally to beat Southern California in the 6th.
Well, and you just cannot talk enough about when you're able to battle them from behind, the confidence that this gives you, knowing that you are always in a ball game. So that 4-2 victory was huge for them.
And they followed that with a win over Hawaii. A look at the Northern California lineup, small in stature, but big hitters.
Well, and someone that I just needed to highlight was Charlotte Dudek. She was an important piece to their success last year, and having that and being able to carry that over this year is huge, and she is batting in that 3 spot.
But keep an eye on the pitcher for Nevada, Raylan Lingenfelter. She's been a workhorse, fierce mentality in the circle.
I am just a savage is what I will say about Raylan Lingenfelter. She has just been a lot of fun to watch. So much confidence. I mean, her numbers do not lie. Only that 1 hit, 13 strikeouts, and a lot of confidence out there.
With 9 strikeouts in the Game 1 victory as we get underway here. Avea Martinez to lead things off, pitcher against pitcher from Houghton Stadium. One of these teams is going to move to 3-0 and put themselves in a good position. On paper, at least, looks like a pretty even matchup. There's a grounder hit to second. Lewis is up with it, 1 down.
And those leadoff outs are always just kind of confidence boosting, especially in the circle, but for your team, right? A little bit of probably some good nerves going into a big game like today.
Lingenfelter has been fantastic striking people out, but she's got a good defense around her as well. Washington, excellent behind the dish. We're going to see a couple good catchers here today as Hannah Lancieri, the catcher for Northern California, is standing in there right now.
I just love those pitcher-catcher relationships. I think those close-knit friendships help. There's just so much trust that you need to have in your battery mate behind the plate.
you know, catchers can be serious, but Lancieri doubles up as a team prankster, which is kind of fun.
And sometimes you need to be able to go out there and tell your pitcher a joke. I'm all for it.
Whatever works.
Yeah.
And you know what buttons to push the longer you know someone, I'm sure. They played a lot of games together. There's a ground ball hit to second. Lewis again. 2 up and 2 down. Second basemen have been busy in both the West and Northwest regionals here at the ballpark.
Well, and you're seeing this Northern California team swing early. Raylan, excuse me, not having to throw a whole ton of pitches. She's been able to use her defense, and tough out here against Dudek.
She swings at the first pitch and delivers a single to center. Right back up the middle. A 2-out single for the shortstop, who will also pitch for this team.
The manager, Coach Martinez, just could not say enough about Dudek and how important she is to this team. The leadership, obviously, when she pitches, you know what you're going to get, but her being able to play shortstop, and I think that good experience that she got last year, those are the things you're able to carry over and really try to make a good run, but experience is something that you gain by being here.
And there's a base hit opposite field for Perigo. Gets past the right fielder Irvine momentarily, and the lead runner's going to take an extra base on this. Runners on the corners. Dudek heads up, moving to third. They are aggressive early in the count here.
And that definitely is the trend against Lingenfelter, just knowing, and this is a good piece of hitting. She just inside outs this, it just gets by Huff in the outfield. Or Irvine, excuse me, out there and right, and able to move an additional 60 feet. Dudek and put herself in potential pass ball territory.
Juliana Robles now, the third baseman. She takes a pitch outside, no throw made, and a stolen base down to second. Bluffing to throw is the catcher Washington, but Perigo now at second base. Sometimes you try to lull that runner from third home and maybe bring the shortstop up on a short throw, but did not throw it from home plate. Dudek ended up at third base on an error by the right fielder. It's a second and third situation now.
And you're seeing Raylan Lingenfelter know that they've been swinging early, falls behind a little here. But those are just little things you are aware of as a pitcher. The first couple of hitters knowing, hey, they're swinging early. We had back-to-back 4 threes. But then Dudek swinging early and getting that base hit. So it's just all about understanding how to spread the zone a little bit based on what those hitters are doing up against you.
And Lingenfelter, by the way, works very quickly. Here's a 3-2 fouled off. She does not waste any time.
And I like that. Everything is about momentum, right? Like trying to continue to keep that momentum going. She has a short little routine. She goes to the back of the mound. She turns around real quick, gets her sign, and she lets it rip.
Payoff pitch. Strike 3 call, got the corner with that one. So a couple singles, but nothing across for Northern California. Lingenfelter closes the door. Good pitch right here.
I love it. I love the smiles. It's all about that savage mentality. Number 13, Lingenfelter with the big backwards K.
The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Live Oak Little League fans there enjoying the ballpark. These kids have had a blast. You got the concession stands down the line here, cheering on their team, who they've seen win 2 games so far. Nevada, their lineup, speed and focus. 0-2 here last year, 2-0 so far this season.
Well, and Moana Quinn is someone that you highlight, and I actually got the chance to talk to Raylan Langenfelter, the pitcher, lead off, and I said, who is one hitter you would not want to face in your lineup? She said, oh, it has to be Moana Quinn. She just has that pop and that power, and we love her in that 3 spot.
And they're going to be facing a pitcher that knows all about starts. It's her 3rd in this regional. Avea Martinez, one of 2 aces on the staff. They'll also use Charlotte Dudek.
Yeah, I love that this is a team that has 2 solid aces that they can put out there. You look at her performance the last 2 appearances, has those 8 strikeouts, excuse me, has only given up the 3 runs, and knows that she has a battery mate behind the plate, but also Dudek has been able to get some good time. They definitely rely on each other in the circle.
The trip to the West Region Championship is on the line. Raylan Langenfelter to lead things off. Strike 1, our home plate umpire, Jeffrey Kallstrom, PJ Turpin, Jason Becker, Christopher Boyd, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd base umps. All volunteers here. Home Alone's a classic choice. She's got that open stance up there as she looks at that one off the plate.
Well, the manager, Aaron Dalzell, says Langenfelter is that engine starter. She is huge for this team. Not only the presence in the circle, but being that leadoff hitter and her capabilities.
Falls behind 1 and 2. Carlin Pickens fan.
I don't know who wouldn't be. I am too. I'd sit up here and say.
I've seen her name a bunch on the questionnaires. Oh, good change of pace pitch there from Martinez, 1 away.
Okay, Avea, look at her pulling the string on this. So good. The big swing and miss. You could tell how full and out in front Langenfelter was. Way to start off the bottom of the 1st.
Daughter of the manager, Avea Martinez, is Alexis Capetta. The shortstop is up. Fouls it off. Her dream to be a marine biologist. I mean, these kids, a lot of them want to be pro softball players, but some of the professions they dream about are awesome. One and 2 now. The shadow's starting to creep over the infield dirt a little bit here. Martinez 1-2. Misses 2 and 2.
And she's throwing some good pitches when she's ahead in the count. The one prior to that one at 0-2 was great, and then at 1-2, being able to keep something down, right? I think sometimes those 0-2 counts, being able to spread the zone a little bit, see if you can get that chase.
Got a piece of that one.
I think, too, that 1st inning is, I always make mention of this, is establishing, okay, what's the umpire going to be able to give me? How far off am I going to be able to get? And then taking notice what these hitters are swinging at. Are they swinging early in the count? Are they on top of the plate? Are they off the plate? Picking up all those little things.
Right back up the middle. Solid single to center for Capetta.
A really good job by Alexis Capetta to work the count from 0-2 to get back to 2-2 to get a pitcher's or a hitter's pitch. Just stays a little bit over the heart of the plate, and she hits it right back up the middle. It's a good piece of hitting. Short, quick swing, a lot of pop behind it.
A dangerous hitter in Moana Quinn, the 3rd baseman. Swing and miss. Quinn, the top batting average this season, their most athletic player, 13 years old. And it just looks different when the ball hops off her bat. Hits that one on a liner, backhanded by Perigo. And they get the double play to end the inning. How about the defense right there?
Well, this is why they call Riley Perigo the Swiss Army knife. She is everywhere. She lays out for this, goes for the double play. Man, so clutch.
The Live Oak Little Leaguers battle-tested a tough come-from-behind win against Southern California. They held off a really good Hawaii team from Honolulu Little League. And those kind of wins can give confidence to a team, and they're locked up in another battle here with Nevada.
Yeah, the come-from-behind win is huge, and just those close ball games really going down to the wire. Dudek and Avea Martinez both combining together to work a really good game against Hawaii. You know, it always comes down to elite level pitching, right? It starts in the circle, being able to have good performances, and it trickles down to everything else, your defense and your offense, all the things.
Athena Huff to lead it off against Lingenfelter, swings and misses. Great support in Live Oak, California. Population over 9,000. Softball town, they say, a couple hours north of Sacramento. And they really get behind the kids, and it's definitely a softball community there.
Well, it's something that they just talk about so much on all their questionnaires. Getting to talk with Avea Martinez, the manager, yesterday. I mean, it's always community, and how incredible it is for him to get the opportunity to coach this team with, you know, Mitchell Perigo and Anthony Lancineri.
Huff coming on the center fielder. Dalzell, she's got it. What a play. Head first, selling out right there.
This is what it's all about. Maybe a Sports Center top 10. So good. Brooklyn Dalzell laying out. You love to see it, having your pitchers back. So good.
Her dad, Aaron, the manager, has to love watching that. And now time is called here. This is Avea Martinez, the Northern California manager, talking with the second base umpire, Jason Becker. Looks like she made that play in left center, and they're going to take a look at it.
That is definitely something that we have in these regionals, which I absolutely love, being able to go to the replay reviews on some of these close plays. And I mean, from our angle, it definitely looked like it was.
Yeah, and you can't read the ball any better off the bat. Look at this.
And if anything, potentially, is Coach Martinez wondering if the ball rolled because her glove was covered?
Can't see it, though. Oh, at the end there. Now, we were shielded by her glove.
Tricky. We didn't see that angle on the replay review, and that's a great point, Trey. From that angle, it definitely looks like her glove is able to shield the ball, but I think that it may get overturned.
Now, the call on the field is a catch. Is it possible the catch was made? You have to go all the way through the catch, though, right? It did come out. There's no way to say that's a catch and then it rolled out, right?
Yeah.
Great effort by Dalzell out there. And Northern California challenging that. It looked like it was a clear-cut catch, but the angle's clear.
Just from that left field camera, or third base camera, I think it was, got a really good shot of it at the end.
Jeffrey Kallstrom, our home plate umpire. Jason Becker was the guy making the call out there, the second base ump. As managers, you get 2 unsuccessful challenges in regulation. If we go extra innings, you get 1 unsuccessful challenge. 6 innings regulation, Little League softball.
And you have to make sure that there is enough conclusive evidence to overturn the call. And my track record in the college game isn't great. I feel like I can make that apparent for everyone, but it did look like from that second view that we got that that ball did touch some green.
And obviously, Ave Martinez, he saw something.
Exactly. I mean, for him to be able to take note of that and say, hey, I think this is something that we want to replay and look into.
And Dalzell would be the one person that would know more than anyone, but you want to try to cover it up as much as you can.
Oh, for sure. I've been just trying to like take a peek at her smirks to see if anything that I can take note of.
Now, the fielding, the defensive play has been fun to watch here in San Bernardino. Diving plays in the outfield, flashing the leather on the infield.
You love it, especially just when you get to a day like today, right, where you're punching your ticket to a regional final. Like, defense is so clutch and kind of one of the things sometimes that can be make or break in a tournament like this. Being able to make the routine plays, who can step up and make some of those incredible plays. We're just getting some extra time to hang out together.
We're going to get the official confirmation here. The Northern California challenge of the call on the field, which was a catch. And our home plate umpire, Jeffrey Kallstrom, lets us know it will be a base runner. She did not secure it. The catch overturned, despite the great effort from Dalzell.
Great effort by Dalzell, laying all out, which you love. Coach Ave Martinez coming out and challenging this. Just taking one more look. She has it, and then when she hits, her glove turns, and it just kind of rolls. She does a good job of corralling it, trying to keep it in, but it's going to be a base hit.
So Huff is on, and now a bunt from Olivia Smith that rolls foul. Frank the Tank tried to lay one down there. It spun back. She'll come back to home plate.
Well, a really good job by Layla Washington behind the plate to let that go foul. She recognized that it had some backspin on it and was going to roll foul. Gives her pitcher another strike.
Smith fouls that one off. The count now 1-2. 3 hits now for Northern California after the Huff single. I'm looking at the circle right now. Half is in sunlight, half is shade. Is that bothersome for a pitcher or a hitter in that case? Here's the 1-2, fouled off.
I think if it's a little bit more across Langenfelter's kind of body or a little bit more in front of the mound. I think kind of where it's at. It's more so it can be a little bit annoying for the pitcher. You see how she's shading her face from the sun to be able to get the sign. But I don't think right now it's too much going to affect that hitter.
It's inside, 2-2.
Good job, Washington, to keep that in front. So good.
Smith, the youngest, the smallest player, but she has made an impact for this team. The count runs full now. Swing and a miss, and Smith strikes out. Second K for Lingenfelter.
A really good job by Lingenfelter to just continue to keep battling, and comes away with a big strikeout, a little bit of downward movement in her half.
Brooke Duran now fouls that one off. Now, they love Duran's ability to swing the bat. They mentioned, though, keep the elbow down. That's a big thing with her swing.
That's something that they're continuing to make mention of just little adjustments. Sometimes can be the simplest thing that can reset you as an athlete.
There's a bouncer up the middle. That's going to find its way into center field. So a couple singles as Huff is now at second base. So they've had some success against Lingenfelter here. 4 hits now.
And a really good job by Brooke Duran, just that extra little hop. This is a tough surface in a good way. It plays hard and bounces right back up the middle, and some momentum here.
Carrasco's going to try to bunt here, and she fouls it off.
Well, and just sneaky, right? Some good speed in that 9 spot. I think could challenge the defense a little bit. Definitely would move those runners an additional 60 feet.
Yeah, it would be potentially giving up that second out, but getting runners to second and third. And crazy things happen once you get that runner over to third base. They can happen.
Well, and things you just have to be a lot more aware of, right? Like you have to be a wall back there. Nothing can get by you knowing that runner is on third. So sometimes that elevates the pressure a little bit, where pitchers can try to be a little bit too fine, knowing that if anything gets by, there is that runner over there at third that maybe can score.
Takes that pitch high, and this is her strength. She's an excellent bunter. Lays it down. It's a good one. And Quinn can't come up with it, and the bases are loaded. Or you reach by laying one down, and it worked out perfectly. That is an infield bunt single for Carrasco. Well placed.
Well, manager is Aaron Dalzell is going to come out and just kind of connect with the group a little bit. Obviously, a little bit of a pressure cooker in the second inning. Bases loaded, 1 out. Just really connecting with the D, talking with the catcher, and just kind of getting everybody on the same page. Are we going to bring the infield in a little bit, or are we going home? What is our plan?
Now, in a scoreless game, you'd think you'd want to have the infield in and come home with anything, right?
And for sure, I would bring the defense in. My gut is telling me that I got to go home. I got to work. Trying to keep this a 0-0 ball game right now. I got to trust my pitcher, Raylan Lingenfelter, and just her ability to hit good spots.
That's what they're going to do. Juliana Alvarez at the plate. Looks at strike 1.
That's a really good spot with just recognizing where the hitter's at. She is on top of the dish. She's still establishing the inside part of the plate.
Changeup is in there. That was a good-looking pitch.
And you just kind of see how fooled Alvarez is. A couple quick strikes for Lingenfelter.
Here comes the 0-2. Inside with that one. She mentioned she has 5 pitches. She's shown a lot here.
She is.
Outside with that one.
I always feel like you see what pitchers are made of when bases are loaded, right? And there's nowhere to put them. Like, you have to go and attack. She attacks and gets 2 quick strikes.
Fastball and chasing it high in the zone. Alvarez strikes out. Big second out for Lingenfelter. Her 3rd K.
So good. Climbing the ladder a little bit, knowing the stakes are a little higher with bases loaded, and a strikeout would be something that would get everybody going. And that she does.
Now Pookie, Alea Palacio at the plate. The last hitter in this continuous batting order. She's fast if she can put it in play. Oh, it's a big pitch coming up right here, 2-0.
Yeah, well, and if you're Palacio, you're aware that she's got to bring me something.
Swing and a miss.
I love it. It's a great hack.
Bases full, 2 down, scoreless game in this West Region semifinal. 2-1 offering. Just missed. 3-1 now.
It's a good looking pitch.
And that is hit to the first baseman, a slow roller, and Vu will take it to the bag, and Lingenfelter gets out of the jam. Gave up 3 hits, but nothing across. Pitchers continue to work hard out there. We're scoreless. A look at what the Summerlin South Little Leaguers have dealt with here in the regional. A hard-fought win over a good team from Sahuarita, Arizona, 2-0. Lingenfelter was fantastic in that one. And then they run-ruled Utah, 2 completely different games. They can win games in different ways.
They for sure can, and those are things that are always great to remember when you feel any type of pressure playing in a game like this. A close one against Arizona, and then the bats really coming alive against Utah. 18 runs in 3 innings, and being able to rely on the pop and power of Moana Quinn. She's been fantastic in that 3 spot for them.
Cleanup hitter is going to lead off here. Isabella Vu against Avea Martinez. Northern California's offense is stranded 5. They've had some chances. Martinez helped out by a double play ball to get out of the first inning. And Vu's an interesting player, a right-handed hitter, left-handed thrower.
It was a double foul ball. Hit her bat twice. On the swing and then on the comeback of the bat.
Sneaky power. She bats cleanup, but has sneaky power.
It doesn't count for 2 strikes, though, just one.
Yeah, right. Reese Atwood fan.
She's someone that is playing with the Carolina Blaze. I had her on my list at maybe winning Rookie of the Year this year. She's been fantastic behind the plate and a ton of home runs. Has been able to go from winning her second national championship at Texas over to playing in the professional ranks and not skipping a beat.
Shadow now over the circle on the infield. Here's a 2-2. Through the circle, shortstop, Dudek, in time, one down. And keep an eye on, Martinez pitching well, but Dudek is another option, but plays shortstop very well as also for this team.
Yeah, and if anything, the Shadows here could sometimes be of trouble with playing shortstop and having to kind of look at where the ball is in the shade to playing in the sunshine, but Dudek able to step up and covering all her tracks with having her shades on.
Layla Washington now, she has great power hitting in the 5th spot in the order. She's a catcher, her mom was a catcher.
Martinez in the circle just doing such a good job of being able to go side to side, finding ways to get ahead of these hitters, but spinning her pitches and hitting good corners.
That is popped up, playable, near the bag, and Lancieri has it. Actually, not Lancieri. Duran over there. And to concentrate as she almost stepped on the bag. So far, so good for Martinez. She did give up a single in that first inning. That brings up Jalen Irvine. Fouls off the first pitch, trying to lay one down. How about Irvine in their state championship game? Inside the park home run, double, and she drove in 4.
It's a good day.
Oh, fooled her on that one.
Such a good pitch for how deceptive her body is moving throughout the pitch. And I always say, like, the best changeups in the game are the ones where you cannot tell it's coming. Body looks the same as your hardest pitch. And both these pitchers we've seen really be able to pull the string on some of these hitters. One thing too with Jalen Irvine, got a little bit of a split grip, so a little bit in between, being able to be a little more dominant with that upper hand, get on top of something.
Now, how common is that in softball, that split grip?
I feel like it used to be a lot more common back in the day, and I'm referencing players like Kelly Crutchman. I remember playing against Kelly in the Olympics, and she's someone that definitely did that split grip. You'll see it, but you don't see it as much as I feel like I used to back in the day.
And Irvine strikes out. That's the second K for Martinez. Martinez and Lingenfelter doing their job, keeping the offenses in check. 2 innings complete, we're still scoreless.
Well, and I'm always down for a little bit of a pitcher's duel. Great pitch, Avea Martinez, second strikeout of the game.
World Series.
This is as big as the event has ever been.
12 strikeouts tonight.
Find the glove.
It is out of here. The competition has definitely elevated.
The best is yet to come.
That's where all these kids want to be. Greenville, North Carolina starts August 2nd, Little League Softball World Series. West Region and Northwest Region champions crowned here on Thursday as we look at the regions across the country on ESPN Wednesday and Thursday. Southeast to the west. Great softball. What a time of the year.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be able to see two of these teams punch their tickets to the World Series on Thursday. It's always like such an emotional day, too, because you just know how much it means to these athletes, how hard it is to get through to even make it to regionals and then be a part of that championship day. And, man, Muscle Hamster knows.
By the way, the fan base for Live Oak Little League is nicknamed the Lion's Den, and they followed them throughout the state championship all over California. Vea Martinez leading things off against Lingenfelter.
That was something we even asked.
How about this approach to the plate?
Well, I mean, you got to keep it loose, and I'm here for it. And sometimes in the circle, honestly, Trey, the looser you are, the better you throw. And when you're in these tight ball games and you see donuts going up on the board, how loose are you able to keep it? Because each inning starts to get a little bit more closer, and you want to try to just deep breath, stay in your routine, and you're seeing just that fun personality come out.
Waits on that one and hits a bouncer to second, smothered by Lewis, who throws out Martinez. They stranded 2 in the first, 3 in the second, trying to get a base runner here in the third against Lingenfelter. Lewis came in and pitched earlier in this regional, but this is the ace right here. Hannah Lancieri. Pizza is never a bad option, is it?
I'm a Hawaiian fan. Give me some Canadian bacon. Canadian English.
Of course, Canadian bacon.
Yep.
Why am I not surprised? Lancieri plays 4 sports, by the way: volleyball, basketball, track and field, and softball. And she delivers a single to right. The throw to first is not in time. She goes opposite field with that one.
Multi-sport athlete all the way, and speeding up the line.
Want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball? Visit playlittleLeague.org. Enter your address to find a Little League community program near you. Allie Shipman was involved in our broadcast earlier. She couldn't talk about the catchers enough, as you can imagine. There's a shot by Dudek, and that one is going to find its way into left field. And back-to-back hits here now with the pitch and then pulling the pitch for Northern California.
Yeah, Dudek doing a really good job of recognizing that this was a changeup. And I think this was a smart pitch for Raylan Lingenfelter to throw, knowing kind of Dudek is that player in the lineup that definitely has that power. So she wanted to start her with the changeup, and she was able to wait on it for the base hit.
Now an opportunity for Riley Perigo, who's already singled, trying to put her team in front. This is an important inning. Having base runners every inning,
yeah.
I wonder if it starts wearing on you if you can't push a run across. They've had some success against Lingenfelter. And you don't want to keep having to deal with runners out there, but she's hung in there so far.
Yeah, she's definitely kind of kept her composure in the circle. She works fast, which I really like.
Good stop by the catcher there. Washington keeping the runners put.
And sometimes too, like seeing the lineup get turned over pretty quickly. Sometimes it could take a little longer when you're batting 12 in an order, right? But they got to be able to go back to the top of the lineup here in the third. Sometimes in those close ball games, you won't see the top of the lineup come back up until the fourth inning. So you're kind of seeing Northern California have that pass the bat mentality a little bit. And
that's a tapper. That's trouble. Lingenfelter bare hands and throws in time. Great play from number 13 to get that out, the second out. Runners move up to second and third.
And this was really close. Raylan Langenfelter able to go, respecting that Moana Quinn is back. She makes that throw right across the diamond on the money. I thought, Trey, for a second, maybe she was going to be safe. Oh, that was as close as it can be.
You like that play by the pitcher, though? Didn't waste any time getting to the line.
No, and just kind of keeping her momentum down in her back leg to be able to just deliver the throw right across the diamond, knowing she didn't have a lot of time. So to be able to go get that, know where your third baseman's at, make that throw on the money, it's a great play.
She's not really an outgoing personality, and talking to her very reserved, but man, does she show it on the field.
Well, and I said this the last game, alter ego, it's what makes pitchers sometimes so fun. Like, I just love how you can cross those lines and turn into someone completely different, right? You can be a little bit shy, maybe off the field, but once you cross those lines, it's like, I can be anything I want to be and compete at the highest level and have that confidence and that swagger, and it's what I always loved about pitching.
Two under Robles is high. Big pitch here. Hitters count. And it's a full count now.
Great pitch.
Fourth full count she's had. Time call. Courtesy runner. You can do this with 2 outs in an inning for a catcher or pitcher. And for Northern California, they're going to bring in Perigo here to run at third base for Lancieri.
I like that. Just also gives them a second to get their gear on and not feel all rushed. Grab a little water.
Payoff pitch. Misses high. Bases are loaded. So again, Northern California threatening. That is the first walk given up by Lingenfelter. Here's Athena Huff. Grounder to third. Quinn coming home, and they get the forced play and get out of the inning. Again, a threat, but nothing across. They strand 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 3 more in the third. Lingenfelter working out of another jam. We're still scoreless. Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Nothing on the board so far in this West Regional semifinal game. Here's what's at stake: a trip to the championship game for the winner of this one. Southern California waiting in the wings for a matchup on Wednesday against the loser of this game. Championship game Thursday on ESPN. And the winner from this region will head to Greenville, North Carolina, and the Little League Softball World Series. Well, Avea Martinez has allowed just one hit. At times has looked pretty dominant, has a couple strikeouts.
Yeah, she's looked really good, being able to kind of find that strike zone and get ahead of these hitters early, and you can kind of tell that confidence is just carrying over inning to inning, throwing really, really well.
Zoe Lewis to lead it off, the second baseman. Time called. You talked about being in a rhythm and pace and all that. Lewis says her motto: play fast, loose, and for each other. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Grounder to second, and that's off the glove of Perigo. The throw from the right field is not in time. Good effort going from right to left, but that will be a hit.
This is a good hard piece by Zoe Lewis, and I thought for a second Riley Perigo was going to be able to glove this. Such good effort, just had a little extra giddy up on it at the end, and that is a base hit all day, but you love that effort from Perigo at second.
Now Brooklyn Dalzell up at third, anticipating bunt. She looks at the pitch outside. Okay, small ball could become a big factor here now. Let's see what they have to do.
Well, and I always think, too, in these close ball games, finding ways to be able to move that runner over, knowing that maybe you're not going to be able to put up a whole ton of runs throughout the game.
Squares and bunts foul that time. Coach's kid, 13 years old. She's been a spark plug. Squares, and again fouls it off, first base side.
Well, a good job by Martinez to work that outside part of the plate, and you're seeing the way that Dalzell is moving her barrel across that plate, which is kind of making it hard to be able to bunt that ball with that little extra spin moving away from her as a hitter.
Bunt is off as she looks at that pitch to even up the count. Big Maya Brady fan, Brooklyn Dalzell. Rips that one foul.
I like the aggressiveness in the box. Great swing, 2-2.
She's played soccer since age 5. That's her other sport. Big fan of Trinity Rodman and that U.S. women's national team. Here's the 2-2 outside. So Martinez faced the minimum 6 in the first 2 innings. Now, with Lewis aboard, a little pressure on her here with the count full. Little looper down the right field line. Right fielder is there. Huff makes the play. 1 out.
And you could see Avea Martinez kind of relaying to the dugout that she wanted another pitch. And I like that she goes with her gut. She goes with the pitch that she wants. This is an outside curveball. You see that ball really spinning across, and just the end of the bat gets a piece of it, and Athena Huff and right underneath it to secure that first out.
Now Grace Sankovic, youngest player on the team, the left fielder. How about Lewis off the bag at first, trying to tease a throw down there, but the catcher did not bite on it. Walking very slowly back to the bag. Little gamesmanship over there.
I love it. I feel like I was always trying to bait something on the base pass, try to bait a throw, get something going.
Oh-2 took something off of that, but just getting a piece of it, Sankovic.
And both these pitchers just doing such a good job at being able to kind of command that changeup. No matter the count, and you're seeing them really work it when they're 0-2, 1-2, getting ahead of hitters.
Fouled off. Important AB here, bottom part of the order. It's Sankovic, then Miranda, then Broberg, a couple extra hitters in the top of the lineup, but trying to get that runner down to second. One and two. This is Martinez's third straight start.
Really good at bat by Sankovic. Being able to work this back to 2-2. She's taken some change-ups. She's had a really good eye.
Where's 34 dad? Wore number 3, mom wore number 4 playing. Here's a 2-2. Full count now.
That's tough to do when you start 0-2. To be able to work that at bat, foul off some pitches, know that a couple of them are out, so to take it, really good at bat.
8th pitch of the AB. Fouled off. That one will get it out of play as it hits the top of the fence. Tricky area over there, trying to field a foul ball. Good play by one of the fans. Up the middle, Dudek. Only play at first, that retires Sankovic. It does get Lewis down to second.
What a nice job by Charlotte Dudek. You see how far away Perigo is, so by the time she gets this ball, it just doesn't make sense for her to try to go and get that lead out at second base. It makes the most sense to go across the diamond to get that second out, which is a sure thing.
Now Kelsey Miranda, the extra hitter. His family has had quite an influence in Little League baseball and softball. Baseball, last year's U.S. champions. Softball would love to be there. Her brother experienced that championship as we flash back to 2025. Quinton's the oldest, but Grayson was there to experience the title.
Oh, man, so special, right? And parents must be so proud having, obviously, their son make the run that they did, and now their daughter, Kelsey Miranda, getting the opportunity to play in this regional and hopefully be a part of that World Series team.
Boy, really good baseball and softball in Las Vegas. Lewis singled. She's at second with 2 away here. 2-1 pitch. Okay, hitters count 3 and 1. What's going through the mind of Miranda here?
I know that Elaine Martinez is going to bring me something in and around the zone. So if I'm going to take my hack, I want to make sure that it's something that I can do some damage with. And she does, and I like it.
Third full count for Martinez. The 3-2. Just missed off the plate. Miranda's on. First walk given up by Martinez.
And you can just hear Lancineri behind the plate communicating with the umpire, wanting to know where pitches are missing, so she's able to help her pitcher out and also kind of just communicate to the coaches that are calling pitches in the dugout.
Now Stella Broberg, extra hitter, last hitter in this continuous order. Big AB for her here with the go-ahead run at second. Swings at the first one and fouls it off. Jumped out in front of that one.
And I like it swinging early in the count, too. Knowing pitchers don't really want to fall behind, especially when you got runners on base and a little bit of pressure. Want to find a way to get ahead.
Her sister Demi was a softball all-star, carrying on the tradition. That's a strike. That paints the black. 0-2. Fourth time she's moved ahead on a count 0-2. Chance to get out of the inning. Changeup is a beauty. And Broberg strikes out. Martinez gets out of the jam. A threat, couple runners out there, but again, nothing across. Both pitchers working out of jams here through 3 innings.
Well, and a little bit of pressure, but Avea Martinez absolutely pulls the string. Fooled me up here in the booth. Pressure, no problem. She's got this.
Want to see some girls with game? Tune in to an exciting summer of softball and visit littleleaguesoftball.org for great content, information about starting a softball league, and more. A pitcher's duel here, Summerlin South All-Stars and the Live Oak Little Leaguers in the West Region semifinal. Northern California has out-hit Nevada 7-2 in this game. And both pitchers have worked out of jams. Northern California has stranded 8 in this one. They've had their opportunities.
Yeah, both pitchers have done a really good job of keeping it together, right? You can't tell what's going on. They're just calm, cool, and collected, executing big pitches under pressure, and that's what it's all about. Can you step up in moments where heart pounds a little bit more?
Frank the Tank's at the plate, swinging against Lingenfelter, and she grounds out as Vu takes it to the bag, unassisted, retiring Olivia Smith.
And I think as this game continues to keep going, the importance of getting lead outs, right? When you have a 0-0 ball game and the outs tend to go down, you can sometimes feel a little bit more pressure, but what always helps that is knowing, oh, we got that first out, gives you that confidence, especially in the circle.
Brooke Duran singled in the second inning. Look at this. 8 left on base.
They have definitely had their chances. They've had some action on the base pass, and then it's been Langenfelter. She's been able to execute and throw some big pitches. We've seen defense be able to step up and make the good routine plays, right? When you have bases loaded and you have 2 outs and the ball comes to you, sometimes it's like, oh man, but just to be able to make that play, execute, get that out and get out of the inning, and that's really what you've been able to see.
Brooke Duran, the 13-year-old strong hitter at the plate, and she strikes out. So Langenfelter with 4 Ks now in this one.
A really pretty pitch. Washington behind the plate doing a good job, just being a wall back there. Big swing and miss, another strikeout.
Leah Carrasco. Bunt single in the second. Big Justin Bieber fan. That's fouled off.
He's Canadian. I like Justin Bieber too. He actually performed at the World Cup. Did you?
I did not see. I was watching softball.
That's right.
Pretty good excuse, right?
It was. It was.
I was watching softball.
I like the halftime show, you would call it.
There's a strikeout. 5 in the game now for Langenfelter. A 1-2-3 inning.
So good. I'm here for the smiles. Look at it. That's what it's all about. Big high fives, big clutch strikeouts. Her 4th of the game. So good.
One pitch at a time. No matter how big the game is, concentrate on the job that needs to be done. Focus, breathe, appreciate the moment, because tomorrow will be here soon enough. So be present and live life one pitch at a time.
Regional championships are on the line. Greenville, North Carolina. The Little League Softball World Series starts August 2nd on ESPN2. A West Region and Northwest Region champion crowned here on Thursday at Houghton Stadium. Important game here. West Region semifinals, scoreless. Northern California and Nevada. The winner will be in that championship game. And these two pitchers have gone about things in a different way. Langenfelter's worked out of a bunch of jams. Martinez, pretty effective, though she did have a little trouble that she worked through in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, I'd love to see the pitchers work. That really is what I'm highlighting in this game. You know, Northern California has had chances on the base pass. They've had some action, just have not been able to execute, and it's come down to being able to have that sense of like, all right, my team is going to be able to have my back, right? Like if I can keep putting zeros up in the circle, eventually that's going to happen. And they are back at the top here for Nevada with the engine starter. They call her Raylan Langenfelter.
Quite a tip of the cap when you've got your ace pitcher as your leadoff hitter. She's consistently hitting that spot in the order. Hits a grounder to second. Perigo under hands. One away. I like that little shuttle underhand there. Pretty safe play.
And like I said, lead outs, right? Those are just so important. Bottom of the fourth inning, you want to start off with something. And Perigo just, listen, I'm always a fan. When you are close to the base, underhand is always the way to go. The 1-2 walk through, sometimes there's no reason to have to throw overhand when you're so close. Just get the sure thing. But I've also been burned on it, Trey, so it's why I'm speaking from experience.
Well, it looks good on the score sheet regardless of how it's still going to look like a 4-3 put out. So Alexis Capetta, single to center, had a good at-bat first time up. And she drives that one to the right center field gap. That's well hit. That's going to run all the way to the track. Capetta rounding second. She's headed for third. Will they wave her home? You're going to hold her up at third. Now they wave her home. And the throw's late. And the Summerlin South Little Leaguers have taken the lead on a huge hit from their shortstop. Inside the park, home run for Alexis Capetta.
Wow, wheels. This was an absolute laser off the bat. She rounds the bases so fast. And she was actually getting held up at third base, but it really came down to just not being able to hit the cut. And when you miss that cut, it gives that free range to be able to send her home. And that is the first run up on the board of the day here in this game too, and Nevada is up 1.
What a clutch hit from the 13-year-old. Just their third hit of the game. And here's Moana Quinn. And you hit it in the gap there, and it just kept rolling.
And it was just on an absolute line. Like, I could tell from the angle that it came off her bat that that was going to be rolling all the way to the warning track.
Capetta 2 for 2 on the day. Moana Quinn fouls it off. Capetta can really run too. Plays soccer. Good speed out there. Waiting on that pitch, Quinn fouls it off. Will a single run be enough for Nevada? They got 2 in a hard-fought victory over against Arizona, 2-0. Even on the count, 2-2.
Well, if you're in Northern California, you want to get out of this inning and keep it where it's at, not press the panic button by any means. I mean, this is a team in this game that has found ways to get on base and move runners over. They just haven't got that big clutch hit.
Check swing, and Quinn offered on it, says the first base umpire PJ Turpin. 2 down.
I think they make the right call on this. See where that barrel cross is. Martinez loved it. Loved seeing her jump up and down.
4 strikeouts for Avea. Now Isabella Vu. Well, a lot of action and no runs, and finally we get a run, and it's inside the park home run. Just seeing all those base runners.
And an absolute line shot to boot. It's probably the best hit that I've seen today, like just on a rope.
Vu is one of 6 kids. I think they have some competition in sports through the years. All kinds of sports. Slow roller to Robles, and that is in time to end the inning. But Alexis Capetta delivers big time inside the park, brings it around for the first run.
Well, this is clutch, stepping up big, an absolute rope that makes it all the way to the warning track. Wheels for days, slides in home. Nevada up 1.
We come back to Houghton Stadium, and at the end of that 4th inning, that play at third base now being reviewed. It was in the score sheet as a 5-3 putout. Vu retired third base to first base. Nevada challenging the call on the field, which was out at first base. Here's a look at it.
I think she's out. They made the right call. Yet again, my track record's not great. This is such good camera angle, slow-mo, yeah. And you're looking for the ball in the back of the mitt. I think the call is going to stand.
It's Duran with the stretch there. The first base umpire is P.J. Turpin. And the home plate ump, Jeffrey Kallstrom, on the headset as they look at the review of this. Again, managers allowed 2 unsuccessful challenges in regulation, a single unsuccessful challenge in extra innings. And the stretch might have been the difference there by Duran.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a little close, but
we have confirmation, and it is going to stand. The call on the field out at first base. So we finish now 4 innings officially. 1-0 Nevada in front of Northern California. Little League thanks its official sponsors, including Musco Lighting and Uncrustables, whose support helps create meaningful experiences for communities, volunteers, and young athletes all season. Little League also thanks its dedicated volunteers who make a lasting impact on millions of children worldwide. We've had a lot of fun here at the ballpark, supporting these Little Leaguers. West Region semifinal action and a pitcher's duel. I know you like these kind of games. Lingenfelter battling Martinez.
Yeah, the pitchers have been showing out. 4 innings pitched apiece, just that 1 run, just one walk apiece, and 9 total strikeouts between these 2 young ladies.
And Lingenfelter has scattered those hits, so she has a lead now. Juliana Alvarez to lead it off, one of the extra hitters for Northern California. Struck out her first time up. First year in Little League for her. Pops it up, and the pitcher fields her position, 1 down. High fives, low fives, fist bumps.
All the 5s.
She has been such a leader for this team in the circle. Has retired 5 in a row. She faces Aaliyah Palacio. Took something off that one.
When I asked her just how she feels like she's been able to evolve from last year to this year, and she said, well, my spots are just better. I'm working on hitting better spots. She's throwing a little bit more pitches, better control. That changeup is a prime example of that. And every single year as a pitcher, you gain a little bit more confidence, right? If you're working hard, you're putting in that time, you're building up the mental piggy bank. These are the times where you get the opportunity to shine. And these big moments, the pitchers are having to put in a lot of time, a lot of lonely work.
Took something off that one and strikes out. Palacio, 2 down. 6 Ks now. She's getting better as this game's going on.
She is, and I think, too, knowing that her team was able to just kind of give her that 1-run cushion, that's all the confidence sometimes a pitcher really does need.
Now the top of the order, as she takes care of the last 2 hitters in the continuous batting lineup, and Ava Martinez now, who's grounded out a couple times.
Well, and you've seen her, especially in this inning, go a little bit more to the changeup, knowing that you're going back up to the top of the order for the 3rd time. How are you going to change your game plan up a little bit? And you've seen her throw a good chunk of pitches to the bottom half that 2nd time she's facing them, and then starts Ava Martinez off with that changeup.
Hard hit, grounder to second. Staying right with it is Lewis, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3. Northern California goes quietly in the 5th. Bottom half of the 5th coming up. 1-0 game. Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. 1-0. Summerlin South Little League from Las Vegas in front of Live Oak Little League from Northern California. It has been a pitcher's duel. Lingenfelter against Martinez, and now a pitching change. Charlotte Dudek is going to come into the game. She's one of their aces. She came in relief and struck out 6 in this West Regional. Very effective with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, she was. I really remember getting the opportunity to watch her and call her games last year. She was a lot of fun to watch in the circle. She just has electric stuff. She throws hard, a lot of confidence.
Martinez goes 4 innings. Here's what Dudek did last year at the West Regional.
Pretty good numbers. I actually remember getting to meet her grandparents when this was all over and getting to see how proud they were of their granddaughter.
Trying to keep this a 1-0 game. Northern California will have their 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the next half frame. Who they want coming up, they're some of their best hitters. Washington popped up to the first baseman in the 2nd inning.
I like it. I like that hack. 2-0, knowing pitcher's going to come at you, and that's what Dudek does. And big foul by Washington.
Great power. Hitting in the middle part of the lineup. Swing and a miss, big cut. She had a triple at State that went 215 feet. They actually found out later it was a home run, but ended up being a triple. Swing and a miss. Fastball from Dudek, 1 down.
So good, just painting corners. Really pretty fastball on the outside part of the plate. Throwing the heat.
Now Jalen Irvine, who struck out her first time up. Left-handed stick. In at third, anticipating bunt. She shows it and pulls the bat back for ball 1. Well, how big would a second run be right here? If they can get her aboard and get her working on the base pass. That open grip again with the bat.
Especially knowing that you're at 2, 3, 4 in the lineup for Northern California in the top of the 6th inning. So insurance is always a great thing to have. They have one run up on the board in the way that Raylan Langenfelter has been throwing. It's been great, but I'm sure she would take another run.
Now 3-0, you got to be taken here, don't you?
Yes.
Fastball in there, 3-1.
Sometimes I just, as a hitter, would be, I'm just going to put all the pressure on the hitter. She threw me 3 straight balls. I'm going to try to force her to bring something in and around. Now, if there's anything close, I want to make sure I get the right hack off.
Strike called. She thought it was ball 4. She'll have to pick the bat up here with the count now full.
I like this spot by Dudek. I think that is definitely a pitch that these pitchers have been getting called strikes.
Good frame from Lancieri, too. 3-2, struck her out. Back-to-back Ks for Dudek as she battles back. She was down 3-0 in the count.
Well, what a response, right? From working 3-0 to get back in the count to potentially thinking you might have walked her because she was running up the line to get that big strikeout. Everything is about momentum in this game. And for Dudek to be able to have a good inning to try to get that 2-3-4 and giving herself a chance to come up and tie up this ball game is going to be important.
Zoe Lewis now, she went opposite field with a single in the third inning. Lewis has been a clutch hitter. She had a hit in every at-bat in their state championship game. This is the West Regional semifinal. The winner moves to the championship game Thursday. The winner, or the loser, will have to play Southern California from San Marino National Little League. 1-2. Northern California beat Southern California 4-2 in their first game. Excellent game between those two. Trying to strike out the side. The 1-2. Did she go? No, says PJ Turpin at first base.
I like that pitch, though. 1-2, keeping it down. Just kind of dropping it off the table a little bit and getting Zoe Lewis thinking. I think that's a good hold and a good call.
2-2, that's in there for strike three. Dudek in relief strikes out the side.
And I think that this is exactly what Northern California needs. A good morning, a good afternoon, and a good night. See if they can take that momentum into 2-3-4.
Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. This has been a dandy. West Region semifinal. The trip to the championship game is on the line. A 1-0 lead for Nevada. They get an inside the park home run from Alexis Competitive, put them in front. Winner moves to the championship on ESPN Thursday. Southern California awaiting the loser on Wednesday on ESPN2. And does Northern California have what it takes here in the top of the 6th inning, down to their final 3 outs? Hannah Lancieri to lead it off. Lingenfelter has gotten better and better. She has 6 Ks. First pitch swung on and fouled off.
I like it, swinging early in the count.
Lancieri singled her last time up there, going opposite field with it. Great leader, 13 years old. drives that one to center, and it is knocked down but not caught. Dalzell made an effort, great effort for it, but that's a single for Lancieri. And the tying run at first base.
Well, and this was an absolute laser off the bat, right to Dalzell. And listen, you got to keep that in front. If that gets behind, that could be dangerous. So I like that she knows, hey, if I go down for it, but I keep that ball in front. So important.
That's a great point. You want to be aggressive and try to get it, but you don't want to overplay that.
That could be inside the Parker if that gets by her.
And this gets away from the catcher, and now moving down to second is Lancieri, so that's a big pitch right there. Now you've got the tying run in scoring position. Northern California has out-hit Nevada 8-3 in this one. And a conference in the circle now.
And I like this. I like the timeout here to go and try to settle his players.
Let's look back. Northern California, Southern California down 2-1. They got it done in the 6th inning.
Well, and they know what it's like to come from behind, and they are not out until that last out, that last pitch. They are going to fight and claw, and that is exactly what you saw. Northern California knows how to battle, and those are the types of emotions that you need to bring into an inning like this, knowing, hey, we got the tying run on second base. We already know what it's like to be behind and come back. No need to feel nervous.
Charlotte Dudek swinging a hot bat, 2 for 2, couple singles, and she swings for the fences with that cut.
I like it, though. I like a good daddy hack. I know how strong she is, how great of a hitter she is.
That one is inside. Dudek a single to center and a single to left so far. Hitters count. Hits that one to left. And it's going to drop. Base hit. Lancieri will hold at second. Couple runners aboard. Now the go-ahead run represented by Dudek at first base.
I think I got to go sack bunt here. We know what they've done today. They have the hits. They've left 8 runners in scoring position. I have to find a way to advance 2 runners into scoring position. I want to give our team an opportunity to get a base hit, to put that go-ahead run to cross home plate.
And Perigo is going to lay the bunt down. It's a beauty. Quinn throws it away. Lancieri scores to tie it. Dudek to third. It's 1-1.
I love Perigo laying down the bunt. And Milana Quinn has a really good arm, but you just see the way that the ball carries. Ties this ball game up. And this is why you got to lay down the sack bunt. You want to move the runners, but you also want to put pressure on the defense to have to step up to make great throws in pressure-filled moments. Some action here for Northern California. They know what it's like to come from behind, very similar to what they dealt with in game 1.
Juliana Robles was showing bunt there. Backs away from that pitch, ball 1. Dudek now representing the go-ahead run at third base. Swings away at that one. Two, 3, and 4 hitters stepping up. There is Dudek after her big hit. That's hit foul down the line by Robles.
There's always something about that last inning, right? These tight ball games, seeing hitters just get a little extra grit when they step in the box to make something happen, to make a pitcher work.
That's off of the glove of Lingenfelter. That's going to score the go-ahead run. And everybody's safe. She got her glove on it. Dudek scores. Robles reaches 2-1 Northern California. Infield single.
It's a good hard piece by Robles. And base hit all day in the books. That go-ahead run gets to cross. And with the way that Dudek was just throwing, I mean, they're dangerous right now. She struck out the side.
Dina Huff taking a pitch and taking second on that pitch. Robles now second and third. That takes the force away. Still nobody out. Now you've got the lead. That pressure's off if you're Northern California. Now you'd love some insurance. 10 hits now. Now this team just has a flair for the dramatic. They did it against Southern California. Here they are again in the sixth inning.
Yes. There's something about knowing what that feels like and never feeling like you're out of it. It's a confidence level.
And that's a tapper that's going to be effective. It wasn't hit hard. Lingenfelter throws out Huff, but that brings in another run. Perigo scores 3-1. That's effective as anything you can do right there, just getting it to the right side of the infield.
Agreed. And putting that extra pressure. I can't say enough about Washington behind the plate and just her ability to recognize the moment, to call time, to try to just kind of calm down Lingenfelter a little bit. Like, that's always such an important piece to having a solid battery. Sometimes you can feel very alone in the circle, but when you have someone behind the plate who knows you, can come out, hold you accountable, pump you up.
Live Oak fans loving it. 3-run sixth inning. Olivia Smith at the plate. That skipped away from the catcher, and another run comes in. Robles scoring. It's 4-1. Smith with a grounder to short, and Capetta throws out Smith 2 down. Well, this Northern California team, 8 straight games to win the state championship. They had a walk-off to win it. Softball town, and we talked to the manager, Martinez, and he just loves this group. You can see why he loves their pitching, but they also get timely hitting as well.
Yeah, this whole game, they've had opportunities, right? They've just said, hey, let's wait till the 6th to make it just a little extra. But I mean, they've had some bases loaded opportunities. There's been runners on. They have a ton of hits, 10 hits so far on the day. So it hasn't necessarily been that this is a team that can't hit. It's just, are you able to get them across when it matters? And that's kind of always what separates how you move in a tournament like this, right? When you have the opportunity, are you able to score runs? And you're seeing them never count themselves out, and putting a 4 spot up here, I think, is huge.
Well, this would be their 11th straight win dating back to state. Pretty good. Four-run sixth inning. Nevada will have the bottom part of the order coming up. Bottom half of the sixes. Duran strikes out to end the inning, but what an inning. 4 runs, 3 singles. 4-1 game, bottom of the 6th. Lingenfelter and company trying to battle back down 3. in front.
Well, I mean, they were finding ways, and obviously not being able to make all of those plays was huge, but they're finding ways to get runners on a base. Lancineri was huge to get that leadoff single. Dudek, and then continuing to pass the momentum, and that really is what it's all about. This is a team that believes. You can feel it. You can feel it, and the little pass ball was just that last big run that they needed to put a 4-spot up. The fans are fired up. These athletes are.
10 hits. They could have hung their heads, stranding 8 in the first 3 innings. They did not do that.
Well,
they kept battling.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at the way that Dudek was throwing last inning, striking out the side. I mean, that type of energy that you're able to bring into your next ups, but then going in, knowing you just put a 4-spot, that's huge.
Well, number 11 has a chance to get him into the championship game here after that impressive 5th inning. It'll be Brooklyn Dalzell, the center fielder, leading things off. It's so much confidence in her in the circle, as they do with Martinez, who started for the 3rd straight game. Southern California will take on the loser of this one. The winner advances to the West Region Championship game. Dalzell showing bunt, lays it down. Dudek out of the circle, bare hands it. One away. Well, she's got a lot of confidence as well.
For sure, and she knew right away that she had to just get off the mound and go and get the ball. And lead outs are huge, especially when you have a 3-run lead.
Her big sister wears number 11. She wears number 11. Her big sister at Sierra College playing softball. Grace Sankovich fouls it off. Trying to get some base runners and get that top of the order up there. Grounder, second baseman has it. Perigo, 2 away.
And Swiss Army knife again. Does a really good job just going glove side, laying out, keeping it in front. Has a lot of time to get the throw over. 2 quick outs.
7 straight outs now since that inside the park home run from Capetta. Here's Kelsey Miranda down to the final out, Nevada. Strike 1. Kelsey walked her first time up. And 1 strike away. The Live Oak Little Leaguers trying to get another come from behind win. Charlotte Dudek trying to bring him home, get him into the West Region Championship. The 0-2. Fly ball to center field. It's past Palacio. It drops in there safely, and into second is Miranda, keeping the hopes alive. Double. And if you're Nevada now, you want another base runner, bring that tying run to the plate.
Yes, you do.
This is Stella Broberg, the last hitter in the continuous batting order.
Yeah, you want to find a way to just really have a scrappy at bat. I love it. The manager, Aaron Dalzell, just putting his arm around her, making her feel the moment, like not trying to overthink it. I know there maybe feels like a little bit of pressure. There's 2 outs. But it's just being able to remember, like, hey, it's just softball. It's what you know. We practice this. We do this all the time. Sometimes these young ladies can make it seem and feel bigger than it needs to be. Go up and have a good at-bat, and that is all you can do.
Love the fist bump right there for Broberg. Trying to keep the inning going. That will roll to the backstop as Miranda ends up at third now. If you're a pitcher here, you're not worried about that base runner that much.
No. It's about attacking strikes and trying to get an out. That is it. You know what the score is. Those are the littlest things that you are aware of. Knowing that run does not matter at third.
Gets a strike, 1-1. She's got good pop on that pitch.
She does. She throws hard. It's good corners. She has a lot of confidence. Experience from last year.
1-2. Northern California strike away. Charlotte Dudek. Ready. Here's the offering. Swing and a miss. She strikes out Broberg. And Northern California is headed to the championship game in the West Region.
What a moment for Northern California. The start by Avea Martinez. We knew they were putting runners on base. That was never what this team wasn't able to do, but they found a way to capitalize when it mattered, when the pressure backs up against the wall. Top of the 6th inning, and they punched their ticket to the regional final. It's impressive.
And they've beaten 3 really good teams. Tight battles against Southern California, against Hawaii, and now against Nevada, championship caliber teams.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see. Some teams are going to work their way back to try to play them in the finals on Thursday. They're going to get a day of rest. We are going to see Nevada play tomorrow. But what a game.
So let's look at our West Region bracket. One of the teams is into the championship game, and it is the Live Oak Little Leaguers. Thanks to this win, Southern California matches up with Nevada. Intriguing matchup. There's the San Marino kids against the Summerlin South kids. And that will be Wednesday. The championship game is Thursday on the road to Greenville, North Carolina.
Yep, we're going to see that tomorrow. Looks like it's a date for you and me. We'll be calling
Let's do it. Let's do it.
8:45 Eastern Time.
Been a lot of fun at Houghton Stadium as Northern California improves to 3-0. Thanks to Danielle Laurie. I'm Trey Bender. Softball continues on the road to Greenville, Nevada, and Southern California coming up next on Wednesday. So long for now.